Hi there, welcome to another episode of the best Max-Modded Skyrim Mods. We're going to be talking about the top 5 Max-Modded mods from the Max-Modded Skyrim series on my YouTube channel for the week 3 of February, and starting on last Friday, the 17th. First mod I want to bring to your attention is a follower mod called Yotanaki. And this was the first time I'd used her as a follower. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the other followers, but I came across her for the same reason. I thought she was cute. So I added her. She's not one of my favorites, I'm going to say. She's pretty vanilla follower in terms of more of the unique followers I like Sophia, Lucian, even Recorder's probably better. But she's new. I'm going to have her hang out for a while until I come across somebody new. But Yotanaki is her name. I changed out her outfit because I had a different physics-based wardrobe that I'd been holding out for somebody to use, and she seemed like a good choice because she looked and sounded kind of Asian in her nationality and her persuasion. So her wardrobe that I put her in seemed like a better match than actually what she was wearing. But I liked her shoes a lot for Dova, so Dova stole her shoes the minute they joined up together. All right, so then the second mod I want to bring to your attention is something that I've been using for a while, and you probably may have noticed some E and B changes, starting with Sunday's episode on the 19th. And that was compliments of a really great behind-the-scenes mod called Imaginator. And that allows you to basically summon like a mage or a wizard or, some sort of NPC, and then have a conversation with that NPC. And in the course of that conversation, you can, in-game, make some E and B settings, so you can alter the brightness, the contrast, the saturation, the sun coverage, the clouds. So this kind of does some E and B presets all in-game, rather than you having to try to manipulate those numbers with more of a trial and error. And then there are some pretty cool presets. So starting with this episode, especially when you get outside of the dungeon and they go for that long run, you may have noticed just brighter vibrancy to all of the graphics. And that was the result of this mod, which I think is a really cool mod behind the scenes. So that's Imaginator. Then the third mod I want to bring to your attention this week, I was highlighting tomorrow on Wednesday's episode. And since there's a lot of combat involved in the last few episodes, I wanted to focus on really an oldie but a goodie on the mod front, which is Combat Evolved. And it's, as of this recording, had over 174,000 unique downloads. So it's a pretty popular mod. It's been around for a while. It was uploaded originally in 2016. And hasn't really had any last updates since then, which actually speaks to its stability, and it claims to be pretty compatible with all other combat mods, and I've found that to be the case. And it basically just makes the enemies that you have to fight and the ones that you come across, they demonstrate a little bit more movement, a little bit more intelligence on the AI front. Then the first bonus mod that we're going to talk about in this episode, also Ancient Land, and that just scatters kind of all of these cool landscape features to the environment. This is just eye candy only in aesthetics, so it doesn't have any intelligence or scripting associated with it. It just puts rock formations or stone walls or just structures throughout the game world, so that it's not quite as boring. And Skyrim's never been boring in my opinion, but it just adds a little bit more visual eye candy to it. I think it's kind of cool. And then the last bonus mod and the last mod for this episode of Max-Modded Skyrim is a mod called Alternate Conversation Camera. And you've seen this from the get-go too at Max-Modded Skyrim. And that's where you're seeing kind of the zoomer effect, kind of conversations that are more along the lines of Witcher 3 or even Oblivion, where it snaps into third person. So even if you are in first person, it comes into third person for the conversation, zeroes in on the NPC that you're talking to with kind of this cool, subtle camera effect and this letterboxing effect that draws your attention into the conversation. And then also moves the conversation choices from kind of the right-hand center side to the left justified side. So it makes a couple of adjustments like that. And all of those settings, the letterbox width, the speed of the zoom in, the panning, kind of the camera tilt, and even the orientation or the location of the conversation choices, those are all adjustable and configurable in an INI file. So it gives you a lot of flexibility for the overall layout. And in Season 2, I was really kind of still getting my wits about how to really get it set up properly. And by the time Season 3 rolled around, which is what we're in now with Max-Modded Skyrim, I really feel comfortable with exactly what my settings are for that mod, which is alternate conversation camera. So those are the 5 mods being brought to your attention for week 3 in February from Max-Modded Skyrim. Come back next Tuesday and we'll talk about 5 more. Have a great day. Bye.